Hi, boys and girls. It's Charlie Brown and Mrs. Neve here. Hi, boys and girls. Well, boys and girls, we've got a spelling test coming up. So, Mrs. Neve, I've got my numbers chart here to help us study. Perfect. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I see you've got goes from 1, yes, all the way down to 10. Now, last week, boys and girls, we did the numbers 1 through 5 for our test. And hey, thumbs up. I bet it went well. So let's start with number 6, which is our first word this week. Very good. And you know what to do. We're going to say it, spell it, and say it again. Right, here we go, boys and girls. Ready? 6. S-I-X. 6. Good. Now remember, you can sound that one out. It's obeying the phonics rules. That's right. Okay. 7. S-E-V-E-N. 7. This one is also obeying the phonics rules, boys and girls. That's right. You can sound this one out too. 7. Alrighty, the next one's a little trickier. Word number 8. Here we go. 8. E-I-G-H-T. 8. That one is trickier. Remember, E-I-G-H does have a phonics rule. It makes long A when you see those letters together. 8. And we are learning a little song to help you with that. Maybe you've been practicing it at home about the spider, and we'll practice it again in just a couple of minutes. All right, Mrs. Neve, we'll do that 8 in just a minute. Let's go on to 9. 9. N-I-N-E. 9. And it does obey the phonics rules. That's right, you could sound it out. Okay, last word. Word number 10. T-E-N. 10. And again, you can sound this one out. That's right. That one's pretty easy, boys and girls. Shouldn't have any problem there. So for most of these, it's going to be just like the listening game. But still study anyway, so you're familiar with them. Oh, absolutely. Now, Mrs. Neve, could you help us with the 8 song? Yes, let's go ahead and sing our song about spiders that helps us remember how to spell the number word 8. Remember, it goes to the tune of Bingo. Okay, ready? Spiders have 8 legs, you know, and most have 8 eyes also. E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T. Yes, spiders have 8 Legos. I think I'm going to build a spider out of Legos. Sounds like fun. Can we sing again one more time, Mrs. Neve? Yeah, we sure can. And boys and girls, you can be singing it throughout the day to help you learn how to spell 8. Oh, yeah. Okay, one more time, please. Here we go. Spiders have 8 legs, you know, and most have 8 eyes also. E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T. Yes, spiders have 8 Legos. Yay! Sounds good to me, Mrs. Neve. Oh, yeah. So that little song should help you. Now, you have a little advantage at home. If we were taking the spelling test at school, and I said, something like word number 2 is 8, you could only think that song in your head. You couldn't sing it out loud because then other kids would hear it and that would help them with spelling the word 8. And on a test, you have to do your own work. But you're at home. So there aren't other kindergartners around you. So if when you're taking the test, you want to sing the spider song with the number word 8 in it, go ahead. It'll help you write it down. You'd have Mr. Pencil ready, and you'd be writing E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T. Yes, spiders have 8 Legos. Right, but you only need to spell it once. Oh, okay. Now, the only exception to this is London and Easton. London and Easton, you have another kindergartner there at home, so you'll have to work this out with Mom. If you're going to be taking the test in the same room, you won't be able to sing it. Okay. Well, Charlie Brown, I just absolutely love your number chart. It's been so helpful with us in studying these number words. Guess what? I made it myself, Mrs. Neve. No, I did. It's beautiful. You did such a careful job. How did you do it? Oh, I had the page in my packet this week. Yes, boys and girls, you can make your own number chart just like Charlie Brown's here to help you studying your number words. And you'll probably want to hang it up somewhere. It's beautiful. And you'll always have your number word chart handy. Your paper in your packet looks like this. All right, so that is what you'll need. What else did you need, Charlie Brown, when you made your numbers chart? I needed scissors, and I needed glue, and I did markers, Mrs. Neve. Yes, I can see where markers would probably be a good choice. Crayons don't have the real pointy tips, after you use them for a while. So crayons, it's hard to get in between those real skinny spaces. But markers have a nice pointy tip, and it was easy to color in those tiny spaces. Yeah, you'll see on your number chart, there's a lot of tiny spaces on the flowers and the butterflies, and the markers are a good choice to get into those tiny spaces with the fine tip. I'm kind of thinking colored pencils would also work. Oh yeah, that would be a good choice too. Colored pencils could do it. Absolutely. And speaking of the butterflies and flowers, it's a perfect spring decoration too, isn't it? We've been learning about insects and plants. Oh yeah, I loved coloring it. So what was the first thing you did, Charlie Brown? The first thing I did, oops, that's upside down, Mrs. Neve. We'll fix that. The first thing I did was I colored. And there's no color code, boys and girls. You can color the words and the flowers and the butterflies any colors you want. Yes, that's right. Now, I happen to be a Seahawks fan, so I did the Seahawks colors for my pattern. I did blue, green, and then it repeated blue, green. Right. So any pattern you want, or if you just want to do random colors, that's fine. Make it look pretty, though. Yeah. I colored in the flowers and the butterflies, and that was fun choosing those colors, too. Nice work. Okay, Charlie Brown, after you colored it, then what did you do? Then came the cutting part. You need your scissors. You're going to cut on the black lines, the solid black lines. Can you show them, Mrs. Neve? Sure. I'll set Charlie Brown down for a second there. The solid black lines are the ones right on the side there. You see one? There's one going straight down the middle. Get pointed right to it. And then there's another solid black line on this side. So cut down on those black lines. And then after you have them cut apart, you'll notice underneath the number word 5 there, it says glue here. So you're going to take your glue stick and put the glue right on this part. And then you're going to press the top part, the number word 6, onto that part that you just glued. Now, one thing I did discover when I was doing that, Mrs. Neve, there's another place you need to cut. Oh, really? It doesn't have a black line there. But see the number word 6 here? Right? Look at on top there. There's some words. You got to cut those off. Oh, okay. So there's some words up here. Right up here. You don't want those as part of your number chart. So cut right across the top here from this black line over to that black line, and that will cut off those words. You don't want those showing on your number chart. So then you go ahead and glue that down, so 6 will be right after 5. That's right, important to have this chart going in number order. So you glue it together, and then voila, you're all done. It's ready for hanging and showing off to everybody. Could they post it on Teams, Mrs. Neve? Absolutely, we would love to see it. Sounds like a plan. And you could hang it up somewhere at home, and you can use it to study for that spelling test coming up. Absolutely. Spider song one more time. Okay, let's sing. Ready? Spiders have 8 legs, and most have 8 eyes also. E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T, E-I-G-H-T. Yes, spiders have 8 Legos. Yay! Did I do a good job, Mrs. Neve? Charlie, you did. You deserve a point on the clipboard. Oh, yippee! Okay, let's grab the clipboard here. Charlie, the last time you had 7 points. So if you get one more, whoops, get my pencil here. It's being difficult. Got it. If you had 7 and I give you 1 now, how many will that make? 7 plus 1 equals 8. Hey, we were just doing the number word 8. What do you know? So you've got 8 points now. Charlie, how many more do you need to get 10? 8, let's see, 9, 10. 2, Mrs. Neve. 8 plus 2 equals 10. Right. And of course, we know that the twin would be true. 2 plus 8 equals 10. Right, Mrs. Neve. Well done, Charlie Brown. He got his 8th point, and beautiful work on your number words poster. Boys and girls, work hard on yours too. Do a great job. Honor the Lord and show us how you did. We'd love to see it. God bless you, and always remember, boys and girls, God has a plan.